This morning, Madison's uncounted ballots, what a new lawsuit claims and what they are demanding.
Plus, new vaccine guidance, what a special CDC panel is now recommending, and how the American Academy of Pediatrics is responding. And
a major new data center may soon be coming to the Badger State. Its economic impact just ahead. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Friday. We have made it. Yes, I know it may have seemed far away at one point, but we have arrived.
Here we are. And fall is almost here. I was teasing earlier, it's the last Friday of summer.
Yeah, you couldn't wait to bust out your flannels yesterday.
Yeah, we went to Appleberry Farm yesterday and shot a bunch of fun fall stuff. Can't wait to share that stuff with you. But yeah, we're in the fall spirit this morning because Savannah, yeah, you're showing it's only 3 days away.
I know, it'll feel summer-like still though, so we're hanging on to the summer temps. I do think though, guys, we're gonna get back to a fall-like pattern and near normal temperatures potentially by next weekend. So take in the last 2 days of summer, today, tomorrow, Sunday, because fall arrives on Monday. We are seeing some spotty showers on radar that's up near Sun Prairie and just the north of Wanakee. So most of Dane County seeing those showers move out, but we are seeing another one by Monroe, a couple by Platteville up near the Dells, Camp Douglas, and Black River Falls. We've got a stationary front, and those showers are going to pretty much be stagnant and ride along that out ahead of it as we get into the next couple of hours. Temperatures, these are not a problem. It's very warm outside. Our average low 51. We're nowhere near that, at least the lower, and most of us even got the mid to upper 60s out there. 67 this morning in Milwaukee, 66 in La Crosse, 64 in Lone Rock, and 63 in Monroe. But we'll have more details on the fall-like weather coming up.
Savannah, thank you. Now we begin with news just into our newsroom. Grammy-winning songwriter Brett James has died in a small-engine plane crash, according to the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame.
James is known for penning hits like Carrie Underwood's Jesus Take the Wheel. According to data from FlightAware, a statement from the FAA, a plane registered under James' name reportedly crashed into a field in Franklin, North Carolina yesterday afternoon. 3 people on board. The National Transportation Safety Board said it's investigating. James was 57 years old. Happening today in Washington, both chambers in Congress expected to vote on some new funding bills that would avoid a government shutdown.
The deadline is September 30th. House Republicans say their plan would fund the government for 7 more weeks. Speaker Mike Johnson says his party has enough votes to pass the bill through the House, where Republicans can only afford to lose 2 members. But the bill is unlikely to clear the Senate's 60-vote filibuster. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says if it fails, he'll set up another vote closer to the deadline. Meanwhile, congressional Democrats are pushing to include an expansion of the Affordable Care Act in the spending package. New analysis from the Congressional Budget Office estimates that extension could cost $350 billion. But if passed, nearly 4 million more Americans would have health insurance by 2035. Right now, the enhanced subsidies Democrats are seeking are set to expire at the end of the year.
6:03 now. We're learning the identities of the police officers shot and killed in Pennsylvania this week. Detective Mark Baker, Detective Sergeant Cody Becker, and Detective Isaiah Emmenheiser all gunned down Wednesday while trying to serve a restraining order. 2 other officers were shot and are still in the hospital this morning. A law enforcement official telling the Associated Press that the suspected shooter was 24-year-old Matthew James Ruth. Authorities say he was killed after law enforcement returned fire.
This morning, conservative activist Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, is now being led by his wife, Erica. Kirk was shot and killed last week during an open-air event at Utah Valley University. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson is charged in his death. The organization's board said on social media they will not surrender to evil, adding Kirk made it clear that this is what he wanted in the event of his death. Kirk's funeral is scheduled for Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
Now to continuing coverage of the 193 uncounted Madison ballots. How much is a vote worth? Well, Law Forward is now filing a class action lawsuit asking for $175,000 for each voter. While the ballots for November wouldn't have changed the election outcome, the lawsuit here aims to set a precedent. The lawsuit claims officials failed to take action to count the votes. They cite an investigation of the Wisconsin Elections Commission that showed there would have been time to count some of those missing ballots after they were found. Instead, the acting clerk went on vacation.
These are people who took the time, made the effort, did everything right, and submitted absentee ballots, and through no fault of their own, the city of Madison failed to count their votes.
The city says it's working to rebuild trust with voters, saying it's made changes to processes and strengthened its documentation protocol. Law Forward says the city now has 45 days to show up in court and respond to the suit.
The State Department of Workforce Development is out with new job numbers and what they say it could mean moving forward. The report shows unemployment held steady last month at 3.1%, more than a point lower than the national rate. Non-farm jobs grew by 8,600, with manufacturing and construction seeing losses. State officials say they'll be watching those sectors closely heading into the fall. The state's labor market has cooled along with the broader economy. The labor force participation rate also remains higher than the national average, a trend experts expect to play a key role in Wisconsin's economic outlook.
This comes as the Mount Pleasant Data Center is getting another $4 million investment. Microsoft and Governor Evers is saying the so-called world's biggest data center plans to create thousands of jobs. Leaders also say the project plans to make Wisconsin a leader in powerful AI. However, some people are concerned about the negative impact the center would have on the environment. Microsoft officials say the company is also committed to building a second data center similar in size and costs around the same area. Well, in just a few hours, the CDC's vaccine panel is expected to meet. This time they're going to vote on the COVID and hepatitis B vaccine guidance.
This comes after the panel recently changed its recommendations for the MMRV vaccine. This vaccine protects against measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox. It's typically given to children after they turn 1, but the panel is now recommending parents wait until their children turn 4. The American Academy of Pediatrics has pushed back, offering its own schedule instead.
And this morning, the fallout from ABC's decision to pull Jimmy Kimmel Live is increasing. It comes after multiple comedians spoke out against the move overnight.
But tonight, we are all Jimmy Kimmel.
You can't go around firing somebody because you're fearful or trying to suck up to an authoritarian.
Kimmel's show taken off the air Wednesday after two major TV station groups, Nexstar and Sinclair, said that they would preempt the show all over Kimmel's comments on the Charlie Kirk shooting. FCC Chair Brendan Carr also threatened the broadcasters who didn't respond to the comments. The suspension has sparked protests and online calls for boycotts against ABC and its parent company, Disney. An update on our Coats for Kids campaign now. We've just passed the 1,000 item mark. We're up to 1,060 items donated so far. So thanks to everybody who's donated, but we still have quite a ways to go until we reach our goal. And we can't do it without you. So we need those new or gently used coats, hats, mittens, gloves, scarves, all those things. And drop those off at any area Clinky Cleaners until October 4th. And if you don't have anything to donate, you can always donate through our Amazon wish list. Just go to channel3000.com for that link.
Happening tomorrow, the 3rd annual Midwest Finals for Autism. It's a free car show that also features trucks and bikes. It takes place at Ho-Chunk Madison's overflow parking lot. Demos cost $30 and competition entry is $60. All proceeds go to the Autism Society of South Central Wisconsin. Badger City Auto is one of the sponsors. One employee calls it a great time for a great cause.
What you guys can expect at this event is going to be a lot of cool cars, trucks, bikes, loud stereos, good food, and nice raffles for charity for autism.
The event is tomorrow at 10 a.m.
All right. All the weekend events going on this Saturday and Sunday, and we've got rain in the forecast.
Yeah, so you might be ducking and dodging some rain if you have plans out there. Savannah, what can people expect right now and through the weekend?
Yeah, I think we'll be dealing with scattered showers definitely all day through today and tomorrow. Right now, Sunday looks to be the drier of the 2 weekend days. Just make sure that regardless, whenever you're heading out today or tomorrow, you have an umbrella or a rain jacket. Right now, any rain that we have is pretty much north of the city of Madison, up near the Dells, Camp Douglas, down towards Monroe and Platteville. Temperatures really warm. We're sitting in the lower 60s and even some of us in the mid 60s out there across southern Wisconsin. With the pockets of heavier showers and a little bit of smoke still present, we do have some lower visibilities. A few of us are at 10. We're down to 6 miles in Madison, 8 in Lone Rock, 3 in the Dells, and 5 in Janesville. We'll time out all the rain that's in the forecast coming up.
Sounds good. Thanks, Savannah. Still ahead, the Badgers preparing for their first Big Ten Conference game tomorrow. Our Andrew Banstra speaks with the team, and we'll see how they're feeling ahead of the matchup.
And music may help with your health. Ahead, why researchers say jamming out may actually be good for your heart.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. In your morning health news, the American College of OBGYNs is now advising that women try to avoid using cannabis while pregnant. The recommendations want healthcare providers to ask all their patients about cannabis use before, during, and after pregnancy to help avoid potential risk. The new guidance comes amid a national surge in pregnant women using marijuana.
A little bit of music could go a long way towards people with heart issues. A study in Mexico found that patients in the cardiac ICU who received music therapy had a significant drop in their heart rate and blood pressure. Researchers say more doctors should be looking into this, using music as a cheap, safe, and non-pharmacological treatment. Yeah, don't you find this is true? Music is just good for the soul. It makes you feel better. It calms you down.
It does. It can get and there's a song for every mood that you have.
That's so true.
Yes, so it does. It makes you feel good.
It's so true. I mean, like, it could also make you feel, sad or mad, angry, or anxious. Or anything like that, but the right kind of music in the right setting, if you need to cool out, then totally makes sense.
Yes, I do agree.
Guess who released a new album this morning, or I guess last night at midnight?
That's some country music artist I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Josh?
I talked about him
Josh Ross?
Kyrion knows, yeah.
Okay.
Josh Ross released
check
a new
that
album.
one out, Savannah.
It's really good. I was listening to it on my way into work, so be sure to check it out. But on with the rain. We've got a lot of rain on the radar this morning. Couple scattered showers up near the Dells, Monroe, Camp Douglas, the Platteville areas, and south of Prairie du Chien. We don't have anything right now across Dane County. That was a different story. Those spotty showers moving up towards the Dells. That's what we had across Madison and Dane County about an hour ago. We got a stationary boundary that's sitting to our southwest. That's going to keep us pretty active, not only today, but into this upcoming weekend as well. We'll time out all the showers we're going to see Saturday and Sunday coming up, but first, temperatures. These are very mild. Our average high 51. We are nowhere near that this morning. Most of southern Wisconsin, the lower to even mid-60s. We're at 64 this morning in Madison. We'll still see temperatures climb. Our forecast high later today, 79, so very close to the 80-degree mark. And we're still tracking above average temperatures over the weekend, but a little bit cooler than the 80s we've been seeing most of this week. I think we could see a break with the rain between lunchtime and up close to about 4:30, but I think north of the Dells and to the southwest of Madison, that's where we could see some spotty showers taking us close to dinner time later. Can't rule out a couple of areas of sunshine. I think we will see some breaks in the clouds, Madison, and then westward before more showers move in overnight. I think these look more scattered to widespread, and that'll continue through the early morning hours. I think we could see a break also tomorrow for the farmers market in Dane County if anyone's heading out to that, but the heaviest rain up at about 11 a.m. That's for the Badgers kickoff. We could still be dry at that point in time. The heaviest rain should still be southwest of here, but as we head closer to the second half of tomorrow's game and then more so halftime, that's when I think we'll be dealing with pretty widespread showers. There will be pockets of heavy rain, maybe a few isolated non-severe thunderstorms. Umbrellas aren't allowed at the game, but be sure to bring at least a rain jacket or a sweatshirt that you can kind of cover up if you do get stuck in that heavy rain. Probably going to be dealing with that most of the game, the rest of the game anyways tomorrow, and then another break tomorrow evening through early Saturday morning or early Sunday morning. I think we could even see some sunshine as we head into the dinner time frame on Sunday. So Sunday right now looks to be the drier of the 2 days. Unfortunately, a lot of people probably wish that was flip-flopped, but then most of next week and next weekend looks really good. We're going to get into a dry pattern and also cooler. It'll feel more like fall should. That starts on Monday.
Whatever happened for the Badgers against Alabama last week has been banished to the past because this Saturday, a new season starts. As they begin Big Ten play, a conference slate that they know won't be easy. In fact, one of the most challenging stretches any team will face in the nation this year. But on the flip side, they know if they can take care of business, all of those goals they had at the start of the season are still in front of them.
2-1 right now. There's a lot of teams that are the same way. So just being able to, go execute against Big Ten opponents, and yeah, like you said, everything that we want is still in front of us, and it's a mountain to climb, and we just got to take it one game at a time.
There's a lot of ball left. That's something that Coach Fig talks about, Coach Coop talks about. The league season starts now, and there's a big mountain to climb, but it's still all in front of us. And individually, as a team, we're looking forward to it.
Where else do we go? Right? I mean, we know that the season really begins now. We got to be able to move forward. We got to be able to get ourselves out of here. We got to be able to get as healthy as we can, and we got to get into league play, and we got to get better.
We still don't know if Billy Edwards Jr. will play against his now former team, Maryland, on Saturday, but we do know he's jumping at the opportunity to try and play. He warmed up before last week's game and has been practicing all week. It's a storyline we'll continue to follow, but for now at Camp Randall Stadium, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
And if you're headed to the Badger game tomorrow, make sure you're wearing the right color. It is a stripe out against Maryland, so depending on where you're sitting, you'll want to wear red or white. You can check this out. Just go to the UW Athletics homepage.
I'll say it always works out nicely when you have those colors all
looks cool on TV.
Out.
It sure does.
Yes, it does. Well, don't forget to watch Week 2 of the Wisconsin Huddle tonight. Badgers kicker Nathaniel Vacros is the week's guest as Wisconsin gets ready for their Big Ten opener against Maryland at 11 a.m. The Huddle airs on Channel 3000 tonight at 6:30.
Brewers in action against the Angels last night at AmFam Field, looking for the sweep before they take on the Cardinals tonight. Scoreless until the bottom of the fourth. Caleb Durbin, he's going to drive one shortstop, almost makes the play. Durbin is safe. That'll get Milwaukee on the board, scoring Andrew Vaughn. Later, it is tied in the 7th until Jackson Churio drives in a couple of runs. Brewers pick up their 94th win of the season, still the best in the league with 9 games to go.
Well, coming up next, pumpkin spice chicken wings. You can find them at a local restaurant, and we're going to give them a try live right here on the air.
And in our next half hour, Dr. Jill Underly warning of funding concerns in her latest State of Education address.
Welcome back. It is 6:23, so I'm driving trending today because
Yes.
in the 608 we're talking about pumpkin spice, and the season just got a bold new twist. Wings Over Madison just launched their pumpkin spice wings for the first time. They're going to be available all the way through November. And we've got them in front of us this morning, and we just lifted the tins off right before we came back from commercial break. And you can smell the pumpkin spice. So they say it's a limited time mashup that infuses their popular honey hot flavor.
Okay.
This includes cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and a touch of fiery ginger.
Okay.
Sweet, spicy, tangy. That's what they say that it's going to be tasting like. And of course, it's got people talking this morning. So we've got the Wings Over Madison guys. They dropped off some wings for us to give us a try. So here we go.
I'm a little nervous. I
I'm
gotta
a little
tell
nervous
you.
too. So we have some ranch and we have some blue cheese. This is the ranch right here.
But they smell so good.
I feel like we have to taste it regular.
So first off, are you guys
go.
a pumpkin spice fan anyway? Like,
No.
when it comes, oh, you aren't. Oh, I love
bit,
pumpkin spice.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
so I'm
like
excited.
the bread. Like, yeah, I can do pumpkin spice bread.
I'm
little
grabbing
ranch.
one with a lot of the sauce on it.
Yes, I'm gonna do one just
Oh,
regular
Josh
first.
going all in, full bite, like the whole thing.
I'm digging it.
That's really good.
Okay.
How
I
we
like-
feeling?
It's not bad. You can taste
I
the
like
pumpkin
the
spice.
Yeah.
I'm very
trying
happy.
It's delivering on what it's supposed to deliver on. You know how some things it's delivering. You know, like some things, like they say, like, oh, this is pumpkin spice flavored, and you don't taste it.
I mean, you
But
can
this?
smell it right away, but you can't. It's just a little bit, but it doesn't like overpower the wing.
You got a little bit of kick to it.
It does
too.
have a little
got
bit of a
some
kick to it. Yeah, I'm sweating
It's
a little bit.
It's a
but-
little delayed.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's real sweet. You can taste the cloves. You get that nutmeg, those hints.
I'm having another.
It's
nutmeg
not,
you
it's,
can
it's
definitely
not too
taste.
bad. Yeah,
And
not
with
too
the
bad.
ranch, takes it to another level to me.
I mean, I just think, your classic buffalo wings, like you can't go wrong with something like that. I mean,
You're just so basic all the time.
Come on.
These are really good.
Some regular mild buffalo, medium buffalo with some blue cheese, but
I like the difference.
We live in such a time when fall comes around. It's pumpkin spice everything. Every company is trying to come up with their own pumpkin spice flavor. I think Wings Over has got something going here.
Yeah.
I could see how this could catch on because you also taste like that honey in there, too.
Yes, it's that hot honey, which is probably where we're getting the hotness from.
Right.
You seem like a big fan, Kyrian.
I love me a good wing.
Especially at 6:25 in the morning.
Exactly, when you haven't had breakfast.
Perfect breakfast.
Again, you can get them at Wings Over Madison, one of their 30 locations nationwide through the end of November. They're also giving away special fall tumblers right now while supplies last, so you can check that out. More details up on channel3000.com.
Should have got some water.
I was just going to go with that coffee this morning. A good pairing?
Yeah, I know.
I don't want any of that blue cheese. I'll take the ranch, though.
All right, we're back after this. This morning, a government shutdown looms as Congress prepares to vote. How Republicans and Democrats' plans differ.
Plus, preparing for the future of agriculture, how AI is helping manage livestock and crops more effectively.
And we're getting ready for the Badger game tomorrow. Which color you should wear, depending on where you sit. Good Friday morning. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for watching this Friday morning.
How those buffalo wings sitting?
I say it's got a little kick to it, a little spice. Had to get me a good bottle of
water.
Yeah,
we're
it was good.
Yeah, well fed this morning. We got Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council coming up in a little bit. She's got a game day recipe to get us ready for the Maryland game tomorrow.
Yes.
And since it's an early kickoff, we're getting a breakfast theme tailgate recipe this morning. So stick around for that coming up in about 15 minutes.
We just need a shot of Josh right now. He has a wing and fork. Those wings are good.
Yeah, so pumpkin spice wings this morning and some sliders later on. So we got a lot going on. Here we go.
We do. Lots of food. We're well fed this morning. We're dealing with some showers though, so might want to grab a jacket before heading out. Rain jacket. Not because temperatures are cool, guys. Temperatures are pretty mild right now. Most of us are sitting in the mid-60s, actually. Here's what we've got this morning as far as rain. Just to the northwest of Monroe, spotty shower that will move into Dane County, up near the Dells, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, and between Prairie du Chien and Platteville. That's all the rain we've got right now, so it's not widespread, but we will be dealing with those spotty showers through the day and even into this upcoming weekend. 64 in Madison. Most of us are even in the mid to upper 60s. Got a couple of those. 67 this morning in Sauk City, 64 in the Dells, and 63 in Janesville. So yeah, really mild start, but we'll talk about when fall-like weather might be returning to southern Wisconsin.
Savannah, thank you. First this morning, a heads up as you head out the door. We're taking a live look at the exit onto the Beltline from I-3990. Again, that's US 1218 from I-3990. Let's take a live look here. If you're heading that way, be prepared for some slowdowns, it looks like, due to this crash. And we also move on to our other stories this morning. We begin with a looming government shutdown in Washington. Today, Congress takes up the Republican plan to delay the issue until later this fall.
It is unclear if Republicans have enough support to pass their bill. Meantime, Democrats are promising to hold out and have a bill of their own. Plans from both parties boost lawmaker security. Republicans say their bill's otherwise pretty clean. It would provide enough funding for the government to run for 7 more weeks. Democrats' bill, it would undo Medicaid cuts and enshrine Obamacare subsidies. It would also reverse some DOGE reductions. That one runs through October. And then in the Senate is set to vote on bills today from both parties, but neither seem to have enough support to pass. Lawmakers have until October 1st to get a deal done or force a partial government shutdown.
New this morning in Washington state, the months-long national manhunt for Travis Decker, accused of killing his 3 daughters, may be over. Human remains believed to be Decker's were found in the woods, but official identification is still pending. His daughters, ages 5, 8, and 9, were found suffocated at an abandoned campsite back in June.
We have new video just into the newsroom of protesters at the Israel-Gaza border. It comes after Hamas claimed Israel's recent ground incursion has jeopardized hostage negotiations. The militant group accuses Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of issuing a death sentence for hostages. Netanyahu has yet to respond amid rising public anger and weekly protests. Meanwhile, the humanitarian situation worsens. The Palestinian Ministry of Health reporting 4 malnutrition-related deaths, including a child, in the last 24 hours.
Now to local news. A grand jury has indicted a Janesville man accused of trafficking a teen from North Carolina. Adam Garney is charged with transporting a minor for criminal sexual activity. If convicted, he faces 10 years to life in prison. The investigation started back in August after a tip from North Carolina authorities. Gurney was arrested, and officials say the teen has since been returned home safely. His next court date is set for October 1st.
New developments in a murder case in Lake Delton. A Sauk County judge moving forward with the case against a 23-year-old man accused of killing a woman in July. Brandon Bent is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and misdemeanor bail jumping, along with charges that carry domestic abuse modifiers. In court Thursday, Bent waived his preliminary hearing. He's being held in a $1 million bond. His arraignment's now scheduled for October 30th, where he can enter a plea.
At the state capitol, in her State of Education address, State School Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly highlighted both achievements and challenges facing public schools. She celebrated record-breaking graduation rates and growth in STEM programs, but she also warned that insufficient funding is driving teachers away, leading to instability in schools.
When we ignore, we lose talent. 4 out of every 10 new teachers leaves Wisconsin or the profession entirely within just a few years. Behind those numbers are real people. Teachers who had the passion, the skill, the dedication to make a difference, and yet they were forced to step away from a profession they trained for and loved.
Wisconsin Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu responded to Underly's address, calling the state's education system unaccountable and saying parents, students, and taxpayers deserve better.
Well, despite consumer spending rising last month, economists are warning of a troubling new trend. They say the top 20% of income earners drive over 63% of spending. A sharper focus finds the top 10% responsible for nearly half of all spending. This concentration could increase inflationary pressure, heightening U.S. vulnerability to a potential recession. Let's see how the markets are faring this morning. We're still a couple hours away, just less than 2 hours from the opening bell on Wall Street. And stocks this morning are pretty flat. Strong showing for all 3 major indices yesterday, but things are looking relatively calm on Wall Street this morning. Well, just north of Wausau, the Agriculture Center of Excellence is revolutionizing farming with cutting-edge AI.
Here, students learn to manage cows, crops, and equipment while testing AI tech. Milking robots can spot irregularities before farmers even know there's a problem. Drones map entire fields, catching diseased crops from the sky, and semi-autonomous tractors doing the work without a hand on the wheel. The newest experiment, an ingestible sensor inside the cow measuring her temperature to 1/10 of a degree.
That'll help us really help determine when the cow is ready to be bred, when she's going to have her calf, and it even fluctuates throughout when she's drinking water and things like that. But it makes a predictable algorithm so that we can still tell something's going on with that cow at 0.1 of a degree Fahrenheit.
Farmers say this is just the start. It's what farmers call Agriculture 4.0, where AI and autonomy are redefining dairy farming.
A splash of color brightening up the streets of Madison, and we're getting a closer look at the project. The city chose Bernie Witzak, known for her vibrant screen prints, to create a new asphalt mural on West Dayton Street. The project, a collaboration with the Madison Art Commission and DC-based Chalk Riot, aims to beautify the city and make streets safer for everyone. City officials are going to use the data from this project to evaluate the impact of street murals on traffic patterns and pedestrian safety.
In Janesville, the grand opening weekend for the brand new Woodman Sports and Convention Center is here. The 140,000 square foot facility includes the Mercy Health Arena, a year-round ice rink, plus a multi-purpose arena for basketball, volleyball, and more. Festivities kick off today at 10 a.m. with a ribbon-cutting ceremony, followed by a community weekend full of family-friendly events.
To the Brewers now. Angels back at AmFam Field last night. Milwaukee looking to pull off a sweep before they take on the Cardinals tonight. Scoreless until the bottom of the 4th. Caleb Durbin, he's going to leg out an infield single to get Milwaukee on the board, scored Andrew Vaughn. Angels would tie it up, and then in the 7th, Bryce Terang Singles to score Jackson Churio. Brewers would add a couple more and pick up their 94th win of the season. Still the best in the bigs with 9 games to go.
Are you heading to the Badger game tomorrow? Well, make sure you're wearing the right color. Tomorrow's game against Maryland is a stripe out. You can see the map here. And fans are asked to wear red or white based on their seating section. So here's a look at that seating chart right here. But of course, you can get a closer look at uwbadgers.com. Tomorrow's kickoff, nice and early for you, 11 a.m.
And how do you feel about this weekend's game? Apologize for the graphic. It's stuck at Alabama from last week.
Yeah.
So we know that they're playing Maryland tomorrow morning, and not a whole lot of confidence in the Badgers amongst the crew. Look at this.
Chris and I have the Badgers coming out on top. Savannah, Josh, and Michelle Renee have them losing. Okay.
I did my research on last season for Maryland, and I don't know.
I went with 17-31.
Okay, and Josh?
28-17.
28-17. I mean,
not too bad.
It's not horrible.
Close.
It's
Not bad.
honestly, they did better against Alabama than I anticipated last week, so that's why I gave them a little bit more of a score than I was going to originally. But
yes.
I mean, this is a game that the Badgers should win. When you look at the matchup, I mean, they're favorites in this game. This is one that, if they don't win this game, I mean, it's going to spell some bigger problems for the program, and what happens after that, would be a lot different than what happens if they. I mean, this game's very crucial, I think, to the Badgers season, and it's going to kind of set the tone for whether they're, for real or not. And they can make a bowl game this year.
They have some big matchups coming up after this,
it's
too.
It's an incredibly tough schedule, right?
Are you going to be out there tomorrow?
I will be. I'm wearing white. I had to check and make sure.
Check your section, okay.
And
White
eating some
raincoat?
wings as well.
Yes, gonna need that. Oh,
Can't get it out there.
I can't get it out there.
He's getting his tailgating started early.
Are you going with the blue cheese or the ranch there?
Ranch.
Always the ranch. Yes.
I like them plain. They were good.
Classic asking me when my mouth is full.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, guys, for the game tomorrow, we are going to see some showers, so might want to have a rain jacket handy. Temperatures are not going to be cool. We're actually going to be in the lower to mid 70s. I think the better chance for rain is going to come towards that second quarter and halftime. So yeah, probably going to be pretty rainy, maybe a couple isolated showers and storms too, or storms. And also as far as the winds go, we'll be pretty breezy with winds gusting up to about 15 miles per hour, maybe close to 20 at times. We're talking about the fall weather, and also we're gonna be timing out any chance of rain through Saturday and Sunday coming up.
Thanks, Savannah. 6:41. Look what we are grilling up on the patio this morning. Early kickoff tomorrow. So we're thinking breakfast. The recipe straight ahead. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, it's definitely a mild start. Most of our temperatures right now are in the lower to mid 60s. We do have some showers though on radar, and for the most part down to our southwest and up towards Camp Douglas, Wisconsin Dells. That's ahead of a stationary front. Those showers are sparking out ahead of that and down towards the Platteville areas and Lone Rock as well. Prairie du Chien also seeing some shower activity. So scattered showers will continue not only today, tomorrow, and then some of Sunday too, although I think Sunday could be the drier of the 2 weekend days. Temperatures this afternoon still get close to 80, so it'll still be mild above average. And then once we get into tomorrow, temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler. As far as the rain goes tomorrow, later tonight into tomorrow, we're going to continue to see these. I think we could see a break between lunchtime and up until about dinner time. As we head closer to about 5, I think we'll still see some spotty showers move back in with the front approaching the area, and then another area overnight into early Sunday where we see that kind of ramp up. This is what 11 a.m. tomorrow could look like. This is the start of the game that's kicking off, Maryland versus the Badgers at Camp Randall. I think mainly dry to start. The heaviest showers southwest, but then those are going to move in. So that second quarter and more so halftime, I think it'll be pretty rainy, maybe an isolated thunderstorms. That should not be severe though. And then we dry out heading into that second half later Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Like I said, Sunday looks like the drier day though, with those clouds moving out as we head closer to that sunset time frame, about 6 to 7. that's when you can expect some clearing to take place. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-70s Saturday and Sunday, and then we actually are going to see a little bit of a cool down. I still think maybe a degree or two above average at the end of the weekend and next weekend, but pretty comfortable and dry. Next weekend's looking really good.
All right, starting off fall pretty good.
Yeah, Monday at 1:19 p.m.
At 1:19 p.m. Don't forget it.
That's
right. Don't forget it.
The full day will be Tuesday.
All right. Well, you've been talking about Badger Game Day and what the weather's going to be like. Well, this morning we're out on the patio getting ready for game day.
Yay!
And we're going breakfast style here.
Wow, it's an early game.
Yes, 11
First
a.m.
11 a.m. at home.
I mean, yeah, we got to kind of do breakfast. So I've got sliders. They're called our sunrise beef sliders. So super simple beef patty, salt and pepper, a little cheese on top, and then we're going to top it with scrambled egg. And before I scrambled the eggs, I caramelized some onion and threw in some mushroom, a little bit of fresh mushroom. So let's let this hang out because I just stirred the eggs so they'd be fresh for us. I got 2 recipes because maybe you don't want eggs before a Badger game or, a breakfast. I've got a nacho beef dip, which is so simple. 3 ingredients. Turn this down. And so a pound of lean ground beef, a jar of queso. So the queso cheese dip. I used kind of the nacho-y cheese dip.
Look at that.
So good.
That is some yummy goodness right there.
Salsa. Like half a cup of salsa. Yes. So I did it right on the grill. I browned my beef ahead of time, brought it browned, added in the jar of queso, added in the salsa. So it's definitely portable. And then we've got all great toppings. Careful, it's really hot.
I'm just going to get it cooling.
I'm going to get some more sliders off.
It smells so good, too.
But yeah, really, these recipes aren't even recipes, so it's just great idea starters. But if you want the recipe, we've got them.
What are we thinking?
But yeah,
Let's do it.
super easy way to use ground beef. Get in there, guys. Now I will top these.
I kind of want to burn my mouth to pieces.
I don't have the recipes on me, but I tell you what, you have one of these sliders before the game, all the protein in it, because one serving of beef has 25 grams of protein, plus adding all that egg on top, you're gonna be nice and satisfied.
It's got the protein,
and have a great base.
That'll pair really well with a good old-fashioned Badger Bloody Mary.
What a combo.
I didn't bring any, but that's a great idea.
Well, we're probably better you did now.
Yeah, probably better you didn't.
Yeah, probably good.
No, but these look fantastic. You toasted the bun, you get the little egg on there. Again, you caramelized some onions and some mushrooms before you started tossing the eggs around. Cast iron, really, versatile whenever you're trying to cook. It can go from one surface to another surface.
Exactly.
You can leave it on the grill.
Exactly. I love it for the grill.
Keep stuff warm.
Perfect for tailgating.
You could probably definitely scramble your eggs and all this mixture, bring it with you already done, just warm it up, and then it'll be less work. I don't like to work when I'm out on the tailgate, so
make it easier.
Throw that in the pan, bring the pan, throw it on the grill. Done. Less dishes, less things to worry about.
There we go.
Throw your sliders on.
All right.
These are kind of hard.
Breakfast of champs.
Yeah.
Is the burger nice and juicy?
Oh my God! I need that. I need that here. I'll take that
Sunrise
one.
beef sliders and beef nacho cheese dip. BeefTips.com, and click on the on the homepage as seen on TV and as seen on Channel 3 Morning Show page.
Yes.
And we got so many fun, great tailgating recipes, perfect to celebrate the Badgers.
Angie's been coming on about every week for home games for the Badgers. So if you want to see any of the recipes that we've done so far this season, they're all ready for you, really easily accessible, really nicely laid out. Angie with the Wisconsin Beef Council, thank you so much for cooking for us this morning, feeding us well. Appreciate it.
There you go. Let's go Badgers.
Sliders up.
Sliders up.
Sprint is next. 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We're giving you a heads up as you head out the door this morning. We're taking a live look at the exit onto the belt line from I-39-90. There's a semi-truck crash there right now. That's the exit to US 1218 from I-39-90. So if you're heading that way, be prepared for some slowdowns. We do not know the severity of the crash, but we will continue to send you updates once we learn more.
Just into the newsroom this morning, Grammy-winning songwriter Brett James has died in a small-engine plane crash. That's according to the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. He is known for penning hits like Carrie Underwood's Jesus Take the Wheel. 3 people were on board the plane. The National Transportation Safety Board said it's investigating. James was 57.
Today, Congress is set to vote on new funding bills to potentially avoid a government shutdown at the end of the month. Both parties aim to enhance lawmaker security. Republicans propose a clean bill with 7 weeks of funding. Democrats' bill reverses Medicaid cuts and extends Obamacare subsidies through October. House Speaker Mike Johnson claims enough Republican support for their plan, but the Senate votes today with neither bill likely to pass.
And here this morning in Washington state, the months-long national manhunt for Travis Decker, the man accused of killing his 3 daughters, may have ended. Human remains believed to be Decker's were found in the woods in Washington state, though identification is pending. His daughters, aged 5, 8, and 9, were found suffocated in an abandoned campsite in June.
The nonprofit Law Forward filed a new class action lawsuit over 193 unaccounted ballots in Madison. It seeks financial compensation for voters alleging their rights were violated. The complaint also points to a Wisconsin Elections Commission investigation, claiming officials knew about the issue but did not take action. The city has 45 days to file a response in court.
Big news for Wisconsin's tech landscape. Governor Evers and Microsoft announcing a $4 million investment in the Mount Pleasant Data Center, touted as the world's largest. Aiming to make Wisconsin a leader in AI, the project is said to create thousands of jobs. However, environmental concerns persist. Microsoft also plans for a second similar-sized data center nearby.
A grand jury has indicted Janesville man Adam Gurney for allegedly trafficking a teen from North Carolina. He's charged with transporting a minor for criminal sexual activity. If convicted, he faces 10 years to life in prison. Investigators say it started with a tip out of North Carolina in August. Gurney was arrested, and the teen has since been returned home safely. His next court date is set for October 1st.
Hey, don't forget, if you're headed to the Badger game tomorrow, you're going to wear white or red depending on where you sit. It's a stripe out against Maryland, so make sure you check the map before you get dressed for the game.
And we're tracking mild temperatures the next couple of days, but yeah, a lot of off and on showers today, tomorrow. I think Sunday looks like the drier of the 2 days. And then we've got a lot of fall-like weather after that. So, Chris, you'll like the end of next week into next weekend. But what a good Friday. Got burgers. We had pumpkin spice wings.
Yum.
We're
Is that your
well-fed
first or
this
second
morning.
slider?
This is my first.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah, the first. She's still
savoring the
So
flavor.
good.
She's
Some of the
babysitting
queso on
it, as they say.
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
Getting in
Such a good Friday.
all the vibes. So
Good
enjoy
morning.
your weekend.
All right, CBS Mornings is next.
Our next newscast is coming up at noon.